Bonjour everyone, welcome to another diecast showcase. So happy new year. This is going to be the last showcase of 2023. And I thought in honor of the new year and the previous year passing, I thought I'd do a big crack shizzle open party and just get everything that either I have duplicate color waves of, or different color waves of the same casting, or anything at all basically that I have in my collection that warrants opening. Get that done. We got some mainline, we got some premium, we got some haulers, we got some all kinds of stuff basically. And yeah, we'll take the opportunity also to do a couple of comparos with other diecasts from similar castings but potentially different brands. So let's get cracking. All right, so first off, I thought I'd open up the last mistake of 2023 that I made. So I bought this guy not noticing that I already had this guy. So very rare that I goof up and buy duplicates, but in this case I managed to achieve that goal. I'm pretty sure it's because at my local dollar store, I picked up the green version of this, the most recent one, and saw two of these maroon versions on the pegs as well. And I was like, did I actually pick that up? Or was it the other? Was it the Chevy Business Coupe that I had? Well, thought it was the Chevy Business Coupe. I do have the Chevy Business Coupe in the same color, but with black fenders. And I ended up with two of these. So obviously, well, one's for sale. This one's going to be cracked open since I do have the green variation. And again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is the kind of casting that Matchbox is really good at, and not many people still make. I mean, you had racing champions that were pretty good at making 30s, 20s, and 30s casts. M2's starting to get back a little bit in the game with those 32 Fords that they came out with, but this is just something else. Really nice Ford 36 Business Coupe. No rear details. Front is impeccably done, and just a tad of details on the side. And I mean, period color, black running boards that go with the black interior, chrome base as you can see. There you go, new casting for last year. So well, last year, it's going to be second to last year in a couple hours at time of filming, but there you go. So this is definitely something I'm happy to get free, because I'm starting to have a nice lineup of these old pre-war cars. So next up, another Matchbox we're going to crack open in a similar colorway. I promised you guys I'd look into checking which colorway I want to get open. Realized I actually had three colorways, so gotta crack one open. It's going to be this Toyota Hilux, or Helix. And it's the 4-door short box with the 6 spokes in same maroon but metallic this was, as opposed to gloss like that old timer Ford. So let's check out the details on this one. How thoughtful. An extra piece of plastic in there. Thanks, Matchbox. All right. Yeah, look at that thing. I personally find aesthetically this is more pleasing than the Tacoma. These are available in diesel engine, which is also amazing because in North America we have no compact diesel pickups except for the Ford Ranger, which is plagued with issues. But then again, not really. I think the Chevy Colorado also has a diesel version, if it's still available here. But I mean, it's nothing to do with GM or Ford's, quality control issues or bad engineering. It's really just the fact that our diesel fuel quality here in North America is utter and complete crap compared to what you guys get in Europe. If you are watching from Europe, if you're watching from North America, well, you'll know what I mean. Unless you're driving some type of you know, 18 wheeler, you'll probably not be getting the best quality of gas. Now next up, we're gonna start off with some Hot Wheels main lines. I'm gonna crack this baby open. This is a mail call from buddy Jake. It's strictly diecast, so definitely this one's getting open, since I did manage to find the super of this, which is the only super I picked up for this year. I cannot wait to get this one out of the box so we can, well, we won't do it tonight, but we're gonna get this detailed for sure, because that front end is sorely lacking in details. So 82 Supra, so the Mark II Supra. Mark I is utterly forgettable, unfortunately. Style-wise, I love it, but this is where it actually became a sports car. So we've got the wink eye going on here. We'll start with the not so great part. Although the molding details are really, really crisp on this, and I can't wait to detail this out. It'll be so much fun. The oil cooler, maybe intercooler on the front. You got the piping going into the front end there. And super advanced looking wheels. Great wheel design for older JDM casts, which are all the rage right now. Got the louvers all over the rear quarter windows, as well as that back glass. Very nice tampo work on the rear. And a cool little livery, you know, that's very 80s looking. So that'll be fun to detail up just a tad. Won't go extreme, but definitely cannot wait to add a little bit of detail to that. So now we're going to jump into some Hot Wheels again, but I've pulled out a few yellow cars that I wanted to open. I do have a lot of yellow cars in my collection, especially loose, which is kind of surprising because it's definitely not my favorite color, but one I wanted to open is one while delving through storage. Notice I had a couple of color variations of, so I decided to open up this one with you guys. A 71 Dodge Charger out of the Hot Wheels Flames. This is a 2018 release, 2018 copyright, so 2019 release on the pegs, and this is classic Hot Wheels muscle. No front and rear tampos, but full chrome, black base, chrome interior, red lipped wheels, just a tad of flamage going on the side, and the big Dodge logo on the back. And the side markers are done, so all great. Let's take a closer look. And of course, as mentioned at the beginning of this video, we're going to do a couple comparos. So this is the 71 Dodge Charger, and what I've noticed is, as much as it's similar to the Plymouth version, the Super B, definitely, or GTX actually, I should say, definitely not the same. So here's a 71 GTX in yellow as well. And let's check out the differences. Both are from Hot Wheels. Both have the staggered setup. This one's a little bit older. This was actually picked up new off the pegs when it was actually available in store. So, but a little bit less of a busy livery on the Plymouth versus the Dodge. You can definitely see the front end styling is completely different. And one thing you'll notice as well is the shape of the rear quarter window, which is really, really different. That B pillar is very, very, very different from one to the other. And I actually noticed this with the M2 castings of the same models, that I do have a couple exemplars of each. And yeah, very different. If you look from the rear, again, stylistic differences, but not a big difference. I mean, we're just talking about, you know, slight differences. And overall, you know, sizing is pretty much the same. But yeah, it's kind of cool to see two cars that are kind of badge engineered but are both legends, so that's pretty cool. I do like that. So let's put this guy here and we'll delve into a little bit of Euro flavor. So I picked this one up really recently, and finally have a second color variation of this cast, which is one of the best for 2023 if we're talking about new casts. The Porsche 911 Carrera 2.7 RS. The first RS car. If we're talking about road cars and non-race cars, here she is. So yellow variation from 2024. I am keeping the original carded. The white with blue. This one I found was kind of, funny looking with the black bumpers. Almost as if it was a poverty spec. But what I was really interested in is to compare it to another brand that has made this casting a while ago, probably 5-6 years ago. Yeah, so you got the slot 5s with the chrome lip and black face. Very accurate Carrera deco on the rocker panel or above the rocker panel, the infamous ducktail, and grossly oversized Porsche badging on the back. Do note that since this is a 24 model, it does not have the 75th anniversary Porsche logo, as opposed to the orange and white one that actually do. Orange one that I do not have. One side view mirror, which is definitely the norm for 70s cars. I do have a 1/43rd scale Porsche 914-6 that has the same feature, and on the Matchbox side of things, same thing for the Mark 1 Golf / Rabbit. So definitely accurate on that front. This car seems to have a top slide only for the logo, but it might be kind of like a front slide, not exactly sure, plus the rear, plus the sides, so it's got to be a 4-tampo slide car, which is pretty rare enough to be mentioned. And here is, for comparison's sake, the Tamica Premium version of the same Carrera. Now obviously the wheels on this one are much more representative of the real thing, although with the new wheels that came out, namely in the Porsche set and wagon set that were released in the last few weeks / months, I believe they're Walmart exclusives, maybe not Walmart exclusives. I mean, definitely with those wheels, this would look phenomenal. Size-wise, pretty close. Direct comparison. Obviously, the wheels on the Hot Wheels are much bigger, as are the wheel arches. But overall, length, width, I mean, pretty much on point. Good job, Hot Wheels, on this. Although, Tamica version, as you can see here, is a 1/61st scale as opposed to 1/64th scale. So I picked this up when it was just released. It's a 2017 copyright, 2018 release. And very, it's not 1/64th, but I mean, it's in the 160s, so. And I mean, it looks to scale compared to the much larger Challenger, so. Well, Charger, my apologies. All right, next up is going to be a duo. I'm going to open two other yellow main lines before we get into something else. We are talking about it then and now. And these I thought about selling. I thought about cracking them open. Thought about just keeping them carded. And yeah, we're going to be cracking them. So I do have the gray alternate versions of these. They do have different wheels, but same decal with the dark gray paint. And I've got the Ken Mary and the R35, both GTRs. All right, start with the older guy. Or car, should I say. All right, here she is, Ken Mary Skyline. KGPC 110 chassis code. This one does not have front details, but it does have the gray insert that's part of the interior. Black base, which lends itself to the bumpers and the front lip. And you got the gray insert on the rear. Kind of weird that they have the GTR badge, but they didn't do the lights though. Because if you look on the regular release of this, at least the first one, definitely had some lights going on there in addition to the GTR logo. Mind you, this is not really a fair comparison because I did do the front end on this one just to make it a little bit more realistic. But this is definitely one of those castings that just got me into Hot Wheels peg hunting. It's my favorite generation of Skyline. You know, the pure inspiration of American Muscle, but kind of like augmented in handling, diminished in size, and just power to rate ratio and finesse over brute power. And I mean, here's what I mean about the American inspiration. Look at the window cut out for the side. And I mean, the rear end just screams, you know, like compact muscle car, or pony car. So definitely like that. Happy to have that loose. And let's go with the modern counterpart here. So this is a 2017 model, the facelift model of the GTR. Yeah, not too much of a focus there. There we go. So let's go ahead and check this one. Oh, well, I dropped it. Sorry about that. Oh, well. It's all good. It's all fine. Not a blemish. So this one has a red lipped wheel, which is kind of interesting. These are not my favorite wheels. And I do prefer the black 10 spokes that are on the gray variation of this. But yeah, so this is the recast version of the R35 GTR with the updated front fascia and rear fascias. The original release I do have as well. And yeah, great tamper work. This is, again, you have the top tampo slide, front tampo slide, and rear tampo slide, which is great. Not my favorite color, but I mean, just with the Ken Mary, two different style liveries, but in the same colors, looks great. I definitely like it. We're gonna jump into the Soul Hot Wheels Premium we're gonna be opening. This one is going to be unfortunately a blister pack. I wanted to keep this carded, but the blister pack is cracked. Again, find through storage. Find through storage. Rediscovery through storage, and unfortunate discovery that the packaging was damaged. So, talking about the Gulf Series Nissan Laurel 2000 SGX. So that L20 straight 6 is your car in the series, and as you can see, again, 2018, 2019 release. Therefore, do have also the 500. At the time, all of these were on the pegs. Did not pick up the other three. This one was kind of re-released as part of the British Horsepower series. I have yet to pick up a Mark 7 Golf though, for the collection. And I mean, the boss drew to have at least at least three color variations of the premium cast. So didn't see the use of it, even if I do love Golf liveried cars. But this was my must-have for that set. So, all right, here we go. Nice Hot Wheels Premium Nissan Laurel. This is the first one I crack open. Do not have the Japan Historics version, but I do have the first Nissan box set that Hot Wheels released. So this is going to be the one that's going to be open, and the other one is going to stay in box. That box set is slowly appreciating in value, although to me it doesn't really matter because I don't have any type of intention of letting go of it. So we've got the, of course, right-hand drive. This also has got some American cues. I love the fastback design. Those 4 spokes in orange with the chrome lip, which are very similar to the Boulevard release of the Lancia Stratos Group 5 car. the first series, not the two-pack version that does have the 6 spokes. So, but yeah, what an awesome looking car. Awesome looking car. And we're gonna finish off with a couple of green lights. One again that I showed recently, and I advised I was going to be cracking open, so we're going to definitely delve into that, because it's definitely something I want to get open. And we're going to compare the ride height to another version of these, so I'm going to get this out. Sorry about that. That must have seemed painfully slow. Oh my gosh. Definitely shows it's a new year. Stuff is flying all over the place. Alright. So here it is. The infamous box Chevy Caprice in lowrider, guys. And this is the later version. What year was this? 89. Yeah, so second to last year production for the box Chevy. Definitely low. Rolls really well. Metal base, metal body, of course. Your base if ever you're interested. And yeah, white wall tires with the spoke wheels. Top of the bumpers are color coded to the body color. Is yeah, a light red, dark orange, depending on how you want to interpret the color. Very clean car, no quality control issues I can see, but no opening hood either. And just to compare the ride height, I pulled out the other box Chevy that I opened. Yeah, fortunately it has black wheels. It's gonna be kind of hard to see, but let's try and see what we can see here. That's a pretty cool little duo, if I do say so myself. Surprisingly enough, lowrider actually rolls better than this skid training, so car control training car. They're about the same year though. If we look at the grills, actually, yeah, try and get the grills into focus, because otherwise it's not going to be fun to look at. There we go. But yeah, they're pretty similar. I believe this is a 90 and this is a 89, if I'm not mistaken. So slight, tiny differences, but all in all, pretty darn similar. Same for the rear end. But yeah, all in all, definitely a... Oh, this one has a license plate. This one has not. So there you go. Shout out to OPP. And yeah, there you go. Pretty cool comparison there, at least in my opinion. And last but not least, another dinged up package that I found in storage. I'm going to check out this LTD Crown Vic wagon out of the Estate Wagon Series 3. This would be a 2019 release, so 2020 on the shelves. Here's your cars in the series. I might actually have another one of this series somewhere in the collection. Either way, this one has a cracked blister right here. Slight crack, so you know, it's cracked. Let's free it. Might as well. Hey, and I didn't drop this one. How crazy is that? There you go. Look at that. Nice little piece. Let's get her out of the... Yeah, alright. No opening hood. Oh, geez. Well, there you go. This is an older green light casting, so... Comes with a detachable bumper. Good thing is... Does this open? What the heck? Oh, there you go. Yeah, so good thing is this thing is open, so we can just dump that into the trunk, I guess. Yeah, well, that's not a good start, but yeah, we got the metal tow hitch. That's not going anywhere. Actually, no, it's plastic. Thought it was metal, but it's actually plastic. Very well reproduced hubcaps on those black wall tires. Try and get the great front details. Really great front details. And I mean, guys, this is a risk when you're getting into premium diecast. I mean, this is not super premium, obviously, but it is many separate pieces. I mean, there's always a risk, right? I mean, this probably had a little impact. I mean, I'm assuming that that's why the bubble was cracked, and that's probably why the bumper came in loose. But I mean, look, 2 little dots of glue, put the bumper in, let it set, and 10-15 minutes later, it's as if nothing had ever happened, right? So we're going to be doing that after this video ends. But all in all, a pretty good cast. Here, we'll put this right here. Put this guy in front, and there you go. So, well, take this opportunity to wish everybody a happy new year. Thanks everybody for tuning in, watching, and hitting that like, commenting your feedback, and of course, if you enjoyed going through this little unboxing party with me, feel free to subscribe, and you'll be notified of future uploads on my behalf. Of course, stay safe out there. All the best for 2024. Hope you had a great 2023, and I'll catch you on the next video, which will be next year. So have a great one, and take care. Bye-bye.